Morning guys, welcome to Tech Tuesday. We're gonna make a special video today. We're gonna go ahead and try to refurbish a Mazda 3. It's got some issues that we need to look at, so you could call it the treasure at the moment, and we'll get that sorted. It has a significant drive sound that really grinds when you're pushing the gas pedal to work, basically. So if you want the car to work, you can hear this rumbling sound, and actually sometimes you feel like it's also going into the chassis, so the vibrations is actually getting transferred from the engine into the chassis as well. And I believe that, I haven't checked on it yet, but I'll go ahead and elevate it up in a second, but I believe it might be one of the engine mounts. It could be the torque mount, the one in the middle, and we're going to go ahead and have a look at that today. So I'll show you how to change this. Really easy. It doesn't cost much, about 20 bucks, and you're actually out rolling again, and you'll have a nice car with no sounds after that. Then of course we also got a little bit with the headlights. We're going to see if we can take care of those as well, and that's going to be the next thing. So stay tuned, and we'll get this sorted within the next few minutes. So while I'm getting ready to start this car up and go to pick up some spare parts, you might as well like and subscribe, hit the notification button, and maybe also share it with someone. That way when I come back, we'll go ahead and start up on the car. Should be fine. Well, just started up the car, and I don't know if you can hear it. It has a significant rumbling sound. Very significant. And I think that we don't have to go very far with this. Just to actually go ahead and get the diagnose. Let's see here. Sound we want to hear. But the next one, here we go. As you can hear now, very significant, and I think that's about concluding what's wrong with the car. Soon as it torques, if I just let it roll, no torque. The minute I put it in gear and push the speeder, gas pedal, you can hear it's torquing up right away. So we need a new engine mount in this one, I think, and that's what we're going to do today. So let's go ahead and get it started. I don't think it has any work on the torque engine mount anymore, so when it's a little bit colder in the morning, it might actually be enough vibrations as well until everything's getting settled down. And see, right now it's just running idle, and that's enough to keep it actually to keep it out of the vibrations. But the minute you get some torque, you're definitely going to feel it. There we go. Yeah, so new engine mounts, that's the verdict. Let's go ahead and change these engine mounts easily. So stay tuned, and we'll do that in the next few minutes, and I'll show you how to do it yourself as well. So picking up the different spare parts for the Mazda 3. Here we go. Here's the spare parts we're going to need. We need the a little bit of a dog leg. These two small ones here are actually the torque mounts, and this one over here is the bigger one. Where to locate it? Well, right here is one of the, this is actually really bad as well. I'll see if I can get some light on it for you guys, but actually right in here you can see it's completely dry rotted, and it'll probably be easy to see whenever I get it out. The other one is actually all the way down the back down there, and then you have one over here on the side as well. But anyway, these two is definitely something we're going to change right now, so stay tuned. I just jacked up the engine underneath with my motorcycle mount. It's just to go ahead and support it slightly so it comes up and takes the tension off of the engine mount over here, and then I'm going to take these bolts off now. So the bolts that we're going to take them off with is actually 4 size 17 metric. Well, they are tough, so once you get them off, you really have to keep an eye on it. I normally put the bolts on the same, put the nuts on the same bolts as they come off. That's the easiest way. There we go. is actually free hanging right now. Let's see if we can get that up without taking the expansion bolts area off. This is definitely completely shocked. So oh my god, that's really bad, really bad. That piece completely shocked, as you see. Worth absolutely nothing anymore. So that is the culprit that we need to do this case. So let's go ahead and put the new one in. I'll clean it up a little bit. If I get it to do it. There we go. Two. There we are. Let's go ahead and put the spare part in. So here's the spare part. Just took it out of the back. As you can see, this is a lot nicer and will look like it's gonna last a lifetime compared to the other one. So let's see if we can put it in without taking the expansion off here. I think we can actually, just about. If not, I'll have to go ahead and take it all over again. Let's see. That's it. Working. Let's start it. Well, it runs absolutely smooth. Let's go for a drive. Well, as you remember, it had a very, very hard miss sound when it was accelerating. Right now, it's so smooth, you can't even feel it right now. So I'm just gonna go out and try it, see if we still have a let's say miss sound when you accelerate the car, just to make sure that the torque in your mount is actually still working nicely. But actually right now, that in mount we changed was definitely completely destroyed. So I think that might have been the culprit in this case. Car is driving absolutely great right now. Let's see. I'll go ahead and come around this corner here so we can have a look. Let's try it. working absolutely great. No malfunctions, no missed sounds. Everything sounds really nice, and it drives absolutely great. So the problem with the missed sound and also with the engine mount is now solved. We can maybe go ahead and do a few other things, clean out the headlights, because that glass is really needing a little bit as well. So we'll do that right away. Stay tuned. So this concludes the change of the engine mount on a Mazda 3, the main one, which is located right here. It's absolutely running beautiful and quiet and really joyful to ride it now. So that's all it takes, about 60 bucks, a little bit of work, maybe do it in an hour, you're fine. And that's basically it. I hope you enjoyed it, and stay tuned for the next one. We're gonna go ahead and clean out the headlights right now, and hopefully you can get them to be shining a little bit more, but they are taking a lot of wear and tear from the UVs. I'm not sure how that's gonna go, so stay tuned. Just gonna clean the headlight here with a first before we do anything else. So let's go ahead and clean it up and see how it goes, and then we're gonna see if I can get a little bit more clarity out of the lens as well. I think it's going to be fine, actually. Looks better than it was, but it still needs a better clean. So we'll polish this up and see how it goes. A lot better. So let's see. I'm not even done cleaning it yet, but look at how nice and clear this glass is now. And let's go over right away to the other one, and you see how that looks like. Definitely a huge difference between the two, so we just continue. So I'm just trying to clean up the lenses and maybe get some clarity back in the lenses, because there's not going to throw much light through a dirty lens on a car if it's actually really dirty. This is how they look like when they came in, and as you can see here, it's been having a little bit of wear and tear from UV light and also from driving on the road for all this, and it's going to be hard for a light bulb to actually throw anything through this lens in there, even though it's a great lamp. Now when you're done with it, or whenever it gets to the final part, it's going to be this clarity instead, and it might be shining a little bit, but it's a big difference right now. I just need to polish it up and then it should be fine, but it looks quite okay, I think. So stay tuned, let's see what we can do with the last part. You're going to give it a base coat wipe, basically like this, and then it's going to be clearing up the lens. It's going to be really nice in the end. It's basically just to seal it up. It has to dry in as well, and just apply with a gentle touch basically all the way around. Make sure you cover the whole lens and it's going to look like new. We'll do both of them. And do the other side there too. Definitely see the difference. The base coat is really going to go in and protect it and keep it clear for a longer time. There we go. Now once this is dry, then we're going to go ahead and use the sealing wipe immediately. So it's going to save a few minutes here, and then I'm going to put that on, and it's going to take 24 hours for it to heal up, but that's going to be very nice result afterwards. Well, this is how it looks like when it's done cleaning up the lenses. Actually very clear, I'd say, all the stuff. So let's go ahead and remove the last part, the masking tape, so we can wash it later, and then it should be absolutely really nice, and you will be able to see something at night, at least when you're driving it. So this is the final result whenever you clean out the lenses, and it looks like almost a completely new lamp in this case. So still working on the Mazda here, having a bit of fun with it. Now we're going to change the torque mount for the engine, and that's underneath. As you can see, I've jacked it up quite a bit here for safety, but basically what I need to change in this case is actually this sitting right there. It requires 17, and then there's 3 bolts on the other side, as you can see over here. It actually is located up here basically. There might be a bit of bad light there, but I'll see if I can get some light on for you. But basically this is what we're going to take off and put back on again. So this is the next project, to change that engine mount right there. The engine mount we're talking about is actually coming in 2 boxes like this and look like that. So this is the mount that goes onto the chassis, and then this is the mount that we're gonna mount in there, and we're gonna put the 3 bolts that's sitting there. That's the 14, this is the 17, and this is a 17. So make sure you do it carefully so you don't break any bolts or break any rivets in there, or some wrinkles in there, whatever. It could be a devastating thing to take out, but this is how it basically looks like. So this is also a little bit, let's say, more fragile than the other one, but we might as well take them both. Now we know that they are fragile, and that way we'll know it's going to be working for the next many years. So I'll put some lubricant on the bolts and let it sit there for a little while. I'm just going to use WD-40, and then I'll take a cup of coffee and also go ahead and take them off. It's a little hard to see in here, but this is how we do it. Take the other side. See if I can get it. That came right out. There we go. I think the rest can be taken with your fingers basically. Here comes the first bolt, and let's take the other one out. It's a little bit too tough still. I'll try a little more. There we go. Let's see if we can get it out. Wow. There it is. Wrinkles looks like it's been really put in there at some point. So let's see if we can get this out. Let's see if I can get it out somehow. Here we got both torque mounts out, and basically this is the new one and this is the old one. It looks actually quite okay, but since we're at it, we might as well change it right away. It looks like it's quite good actually, but the newer one here is slightly stronger. As you can see, it's got a little bit more rubber inside of it, so that could also mean that there might be water collecting in here as well. So I don't know, this might actually be the better one. I'm not 100% sure. If you're driving in really wet areas, this is going to keep dry for longer, this won't. But anyway, for we're here in Florida, I don't think that's going to make any difference, so we're going to put the new one in. It's only 20 bucks, so that's easy, and then you know it's all sorted. So stay tuned. Welcome to back underneath the car. Here we go. So how do we put this little engine mount in? Well, I took a pair of vice grips over here, as you can see, so I can pull the engine forward. Took a little bit of pry bar as well, and I put it up and I pulled it towards the front. That enables enough space in between these two here to actually slide it right up in between, and now you can actually tighten it. So the one we're tightening first is this one on the chassis. That's very important. That way you know that this rubber is okay, and then you can actually get the engine mount put in afterwards. So hand tighten first, and then that's the first one you tighten up, and then this one afterwards. So that's how you do that. Finishing up the last part, just tightening the last one here, and then that's it. There we are, and then hand tighten the rest. So now we have completed all the stuff. The lights are in, looks really nice. So let's go ahead and service the air conditioning. Easy. Connect it to the lower side over there. You cannot connect it wrong. This needs some filling. Put the air conditioning on full power, and also so it produces maximum, and then just keep going until it gets filled up. So let's go ahead and put some on. It's gonna go working up nice and easy. Just shake it a little bit. It's coming, it will come. You fill it up. Just keep going until it's filled. I'll go to 45 in this case here and see what happens. And then it should be blowing completely cold air out in the cabin. Well, Tech Tuesday is now completed. The Mazda with 202,000 miles on it is now ready to rock and roll again. It's got two new engine mounts, and also the headlights, as you can see behind me, has been changed, actually been refurbished. Everything's fine, and been looking a little bit out the windows as well, and also fixed the right headlight. It didn't actually work, but now it's fully functional and it's ready to go. I hope you enjoyed it. This is easily done by yourself as well, so if you have a Mazda like that, just go out, get started. It takes you a few hours, and it's well worth it. The car is driving perfectly, and now I'm going to go for a test drive. Well, we're out doing the test drive right now. It's a few hours back since we started, but it's absolutely running great. No miss sounds whatsoever. It accelerates and drives absolutely perfect. So I can only say, well, mission accomplished. Everything's nice and dandy. So if you have a Mazda like that and you want to go ahead and change the or it has missed sounds or whatever, you want to go ahead and change the engine mounts, go ahead. It's easily done by yourself. So I hope you'll stay tuned, and that's all I got for you guys this time. So stay happy, stay healthy out there, everyone, and I'll come back with another video as soon as I can. See you soon.